And it must be said that, yes, indeed, Kremlin propaganda Putin is managing to achieve that very same trinity which Uvarov formulated in the 19th century and which kept this unfortunate country in shackles for so long. The so-called orthodoxy, autocracy, and nationality. Well, everything is already clear about orthodoxy. It is a nightmarish, destructive sect that serves the repression of war. Putin's autocracy is also clear to everyone. But allow me to clarify for you what nationality means. What does nationality even mean? It is the emphasis on and cultivation of the darkest and most anti-civilizational traits. It is a bet on ignorance, on malice, on primitive inadequacy, on absurd traditions that are passed off as simplicity and profundity. These qualities are very easy to manipulate and to hide behind. Nationality is a very convenient thing. Any kind of piggishness, any descent into savagery, any surge of ignorance in the context of nationality becomes a great achievement. You just have to call piggishness a return to one's roots. By the way, there was a question about my opinion of Novodvorskaya. Well, you know, she was certainly better than all the other liberals. At the very least, she had no illusions about the so-called people. And we see that having lost all hope of getting into the future. Russians in general are rather meekly crawling back into the past. And they're crawling back on all fronts once again. The communists are holding their heads high, of course, knowing the crimes of their party. Communists shouldn't be laying their eggs anywhere. And it would be logical if the last communist buried the second to last communist, then wrapping himself in the red flag with a sickle and hammer, drowned himself and dissolved in the sewer collector. That would be spectacular. The broadcast ratings for the final death of the CPRF would break all records. It would have gone out with dignity, but these red Ganobobles clearly have no intention of dying out. And also take a look on my channel, on my Telegram channel, at how they lay their eggs on Red Square. There's the induction into the young Leninites, the induction into the pioneers. Of course, this induction is, in its purest form, an act of political pedophilia. The children don't understand a thing simply because of their age. And these warty party members publicly and enthusiastically screw with these kids' minds. It's also noteworthy, by the way, that the number of eggs laid increased every year, but it grew rather moderately. And now it has suddenly jumped in geometric progression. And now in this grim journey back to the Soviet era, it's not just hundreds, but thousands of little children who are being sent